Salvete omnes, this is I'm Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek. And it's time for 5-3, Danger, Icy Conditions Ahead, which has the jungle music for unknown reasons. This is actually the last stage in the game that uses this music, so enjoy it while you can. This is an icy stage, be careful. Should be a comma there. It is slippery and difficult to walk. Grab a red watermelon, you can breathe fire 3 times. Use it to melt ice or to attack your enemies. But we found that out from 3.6. Frozen flower. And the spraying fish is back. I don't know what the heck I did there, but that was kind of cool. Kinda like those water graphics. Also, I guess I should have mentioned that 5.2 was the last stage that had the grass music, or whatever you want to call it. Come on. Land in the tulip, please. There we go. But yeah, from here on out, no more stages have this music or what the one we heard in 5.2 and 5.1. Small platforms, piranha plants, jumping fish. Probably not a good combination. As far as 5.3 itself goes, I actually kind of like this one. I don't know why, but it's rather interesting, rather fun. This first room can be a bit slow at times, but of course there are places in this stage that can be treacherous, especially with bumpties around, like right here. Usually you have to use all 3 shots of that watermelon to get those coins. I actually did that kind of oddly. I managed to get the 2 ice blocks that were directly in my way with 1 shot. That usually doesn't happen. There's a middle ring. And here's some stuff. Might as well get the middle ring after coming back. This area I'm going to have to traverse twice. I'll find out why later. In the meantime, be careful not to fall into the pits from slipping on the ice. And I think that part I don't have to worry about until round 2. In the meantime, I may as well get the coins and stuff. Although I probably should have gotten the middle ring before getting the coins and stuff, so whatever. So there's a fire melon. Use it to melt that. And use it to melt that, and you get a flower. And invincibility. There's an ice melon up there, but I plumb forgot about it, so if I'd utilized the power of the ice melon, I probably could have gotten through here. That last one's a red coin there. And there's where the invincibility runs out. If you take that other door, you still get to progress in this stage, but there's a certain room that you miss out on. And Yoshi still has fire in his mouth. This area. Just a chance to get some coins. And watch what happens when Yoshi's helicopter form gets bounced around. As far as I know, there aren't any penalties for not making it to the Yoshi block. Unfortunately, you can't go back up and try again, so what a shame. If I really wanted to, I might be able to hover all the way over there, but I doubt it. I do not feel like taking the time either. And we find in this room that the evil snowmen are back, as are the ski lifts. 5-3 is kind of the epitome of World 5, isn't it? Or summary or something. Be careful of enemies hiding behind the snow. And these ski lifts on short tracks. And of course there's ice all over the place. Well, the stage is called Danger, Icy Conditions Ahead. And observe my horrible aim. That's enough. I can shoot those other spikes too, but yeah, ice and spikes. Always a good combination. Whoa. Ice spikes and enemies that bounce you backward. Even better. Flower, penguin. Music change. And we come to the more fast-paced part of the stage. We enter the door, and... well, after all those ski lifts, I think it's about time for some actual skiing! And missing of red coins. Obviously that was on purpose. And I'm down to 176 lives. Well, at least they were kind enough to put a middle ring there. But yeah, the skiing sections are fun, but it is very... I did it again! Very easy to miss point items. There are two in the game, and the one in 5-3 is the easier one. If I die too many times here, I think I'm just gonna not worry about it and get the extra point items off camera. It helps to have this area memorized, which obviously I don't. There we go, that's how you're supposed to do that. And I missed the flower this time. Lovely. Kind of comical though, if you don't jump over the rocks, then Yoshi basically face plants into the snow, and rolls headfirst down the nearest gap you come across. Unless he's fortunate enough to roll over it. See what I mean? If you want 100 points in this stage, you're gonna have to know where everything in this part is ahead of time. But that was all the red coins and all the flowers, so I can rest easy for the rest of this. And enjoy the ride! It's a beautiful snowy day, and Yoshi is skiing down a mountain with Goonies in the way, and that was a good jump there. Now skiing while dodging bombs! That pose very little threat, if any. Those are skeleton Goonies, which we don't really see much until World 6. I don't know why they're in this stage. Seems rather arbitrary to me. But anyway, that's the end of our skiing fun. And the end of 5-3. Like I said, there are two skiing sections in the game, and that's the easier one. The other one is in one of the extra stages, and fortunately I don't have to bother with getting 100 points in the extra stages. Flip cards. And I shall flip them. 3. Oh man! Should have quit while I was ahead. 3 plus 20s in one flip cards game, that's the first time that's ever happened. So we go from a stage that I like to a stage that I don't care all that much for. 5-4, Sluggy the Unshaven Sport. We see a door to our left. And in this, we find a chain chomp. The only one in the game. And there's actually a little secret here you can do, where if you use this question mark item in this room, that door appears. At least I don't think that door is there if you don't use the question mark. And you find out a little secret from our friendly neighborhood message box. This is top secret, so listen up. On the level selection screen, hold select and press X, X, Y, B, and A, which is basically a cheat code that lets you access any of the bonus minigames from the world map anytime. Ow. That's one enemy that definitely gets used a lot more in hacks than it was in the original game. And we see more bats, and we see a swinging ghost thingy. I hate these guys. If you try to go under them, they basically stretch out and try to grab your guy. Grab Baby Mario, I guess I should say. And we have this yellow stuff. It's weird. If you're on top of it, it basically just doesn't make you jump not as high. You kind of bounce. If you're underneath it, well, now that I think about it, I guess that yellow stuff did appear in 2.8 too, so you remember that, right? And we see a platform over there, and there are point items over there, so I'm not a fan of 5-4, but I really hate trying to get 100 on this one. That is annoying, because it's very easy to miss stuff in this stage. Because there are a lot of different ways to go, and some of them have the point items and some don't. Yeah, careful around the spikes. Where am I? These guys appear only in this stage. They're weird blobs that you can jump on and lick, and they're just weird. And these are sluggies or something like that. They also appear only in this stage. Away, foul, swinging ghost beast thing. Whatever the heck those things are, I don't like them. So, they need to die. Of course, this fortress actually isn't at all icy, even for being in World 5. Or even if it is in World 5. And, yay for pointless enemy placement. If you're good enough, you can actually get by these guys without shooting them, but I prefer not to take chances in that respect. I see a coin that looks red. It looks red because it is red. And I'm running low on eggs. This thing. It's interesting, and it's another sprite that wasn't used very much in the original game. It's sort of like a line-guided Chomp Rock, except as far as I know it doesn't kill enemies. Just be careful not to fall off it when you're over spikes. You stand in it to make it start rolling, and I think I may have messed that up. Remember what I said about there being multiple routes? Behold. If I'd hit that other staircase, it would have gone up diagonally to the left instead, and I'd be on a different level. I am so glad that there are only 2 stages in this game that have those swinging ghost things. I think that's actually the last of them. I can never remember which way I should go here. If I have time, I should show all the alternate routes in this stage. Maybe in a bonus video or something like that. There are coins on spikes here, and you can't really get them from here unless you decide to ricochet eggs, which is feasible, but if you'd taken the other route, there would be a better way to get them. And middle ring number 1. How am I doing on points? 29.72, or 7.2. Okay, I guess that isn't the last of the swinging ghosts. I forgot. And now we're being swarmed by bats. Whoa! See, that's what he does to you if he catches you, and I just lost Baby Mario. Come back here, Baby Mario! And shut the heck up! Wow, I lost 16 stars from that fiasco. Amazing. That was horrible. And more swinging ghosts. Those guys kind of freak me out. I'm not ashamed to admit it. The way they just kind of stick out and just go out and grab you and... Whoa! Well, I think that's the worst part of the fortress over with. And only 3 more flowers and 11 more coins to get, or 9 more coins, I guess. Make that 8 more coins, and 2 more flowers. Please tell me I got all the point items. And we come across another one of these things. And an area of the fortress that isn't difficult, but it is boring. Say hello to Platform Head. At least that's what I call him. This guy can't hurt you. He just gives you a ride. And occasionally moves his platform up, either a low height or a high height, like that, at specific places. And this guy appears only in this stage. Like I said, this part isn't too difficult if you're... Whoa! Okay, you know what, forget it. This part isn't too difficult if you're paying attention, which I wasn't. And I paid for it. Yay me! Beautiful. Have I mentioned I do not like this stage? Oddly enough, unlike a lot of Super Nintendo games, holding down Y doesn't seem to make you go any faster. And that would be the case in Super Mario World, or Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, or 3. But it's not the case here. Or sometimes you do have to duck. Like there. Whoa! That was dumb! Dumb, dumb! Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother getting all those coins this time. They're not red, and that's all I care about right now. Just be careful, and you should do fine in this part. Just don't do what I'm doing, apparently. Okay, did the slug respawn? Yes, it did. And now that we know there's nothing under those spikes... Thank you, Mr. Platform Head, for letting me get those coins. There are quite a few spikes in this area. Those coins aren't red, so... Oh yeah, and if you don't duck there, you will get wiped right off the platform and fall into the abyss. The down arrow gives you a clue to, like, duck there. That's dangerously close to the spikes. If you aren't afraid of spikes, you haven't been playing video games long enough. Well, that was all the flowers. And 2 more red coins. Please tell me they're in this area, so I don't have to go back and get them. Well, I can't go back anyway, but... I'd have to revisit the stage. But I'd rather not do that. I guess you don't have to duck there. Just don't jump, or you'll obviously faceplant into the spikes. There are the rest of the other 2 red coins. So all I have to do is not get hit from here on out, and I should be okay. Hey, was that a little bit of game lag? Must be all these mace shy guys or what? Whoa! Whatever you call them. Okay, I did get hit, but there's another middle ring, so shouldn't be a problem. Unless, of course, I lose enough stars in this room to bring my total below 20. Yeah, this room is full of slugs, so any guesses what the boss will be fighting is based off? You can jump on those guys, too. 30 stars. And there's the red door. And sure enough, it's a slug. And no, you can't shoot him before he turns into the boss like you can with Naval Piranha. I tried. It just goes right through him. Ah, Yoshi! To get this far, you must be powerful, but remember, this slug has no weak points! Or so you think. Little slug? Big slug. And no prizes for guessing where you have to hit this guy to defeat him. Yes, you shoot eggs at him and they bounce off, but they make a dent in his gelatinous flesh. And if you get far enough into him, you can hit his heart. You can actually hear his heart beating and see it. And it actually beats faster the more times you hit him. That was 3. It's beating really fast now. And that was 4. That's actually one of the quickest I've ever defeated that guy. But yeah, you hit his heart 4 times. He suffers from some fatal cardiac disease, and his heart shrivels up and pops, and then he kind of liquefies and drains down the side of the fortress, or whatever. 100 points on 5-4, and because of that, I won't be coming back to it. Thank you very much. That's not one of my favorite stages. But let's not dwell on the past, because will be time for 5-5 next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.